What's up, YouTube? Hey, listen, it's your boy Dr. West here. I'm just so ecstatic and so excited about all the students who are winning contracts. You know, I hope you guys understand that I'm a little bit different than the other gurus on the internet, right? I'm always gonna praise and I'm always gonna tell you guys about my students. I got so many students right now who are even walking away from their jobs. Like, guys, you gotta think, I've only been coaching at the time of this video about 1.5 years now. And now I have students who have, in under 6 months, left their job completely and are doing government contracting full time and literally on the beaches of the world. So I want to talk about a student right now. And you know, some of these students, I can't even say their names anymore because they want to keep a low profile and they have some sensitive contracts, which is understandable. So I'm just going to say one of my students, amazing guy, recently walked away from his job within 6 months with our program. He's made over $100,000 profit in government contracts. But I want to talk about his first contract because I think that you guys who are, I guess, at the beginning stages, you know, if you're a beginner, it's all good. If you're a beginner, this video is for you. If you're like, hey, Wesley, I'm a pro. I've had my cage code for 5 years. I won so many $1 million. Okay, cool, great. Keep doing what you're doing. Maybe this video is not for you. But listen, if you're a beginner, let me tell you how he did it. So his first government contract, he followed my proven system, right? Of finding the opportunity, getting a quote from a subcontractor, and submitting a proposal. 3. Submitting a proposal, right? And I'm gonna tell you guys the contract. He won a contract to put working lights, like huge giant lights, to go out in Hawaii. The government said, hey, we wanna work at night so we can finish whatever they're working on, right? But we need to work throughout the night. So we need lights to be set up there. So what he did was, by following my process, he found a subcontractor. His total contract was like $54,000, something like that, $54,000 or something like that nature. And his profit on that contract was, I think, 20 grand, 20 or 25 grand profit. Because he did the math. He was like, Wesley, you know, I've been in your program at the time, 1.5 months. I submitted, I think he said he submitted 23 proposals. And he said, Wes, I just won my first contract. It's been 1.5 months. And my return on this contract is 20 grand. And he broke it down, man. He did the math. He said, man, if you broke down the amount of time I spent calling the subs, coordinating this and doing that, he's like, I'm making way more than I do at my full-time job. He said, this is amazing. And you know what's funny? It wasn't real until he got paid. So you guys know, the new people here, the government doesn't just send you a check for $54,000. You want a contract for $54,000, you don't just see $54,000 deposited in your bank account the next day. No, you have to deliver the service first. So what he had to do, now he didn't have to go to Hawaii, but God forbid you gotta go to Hawaii for business and make 20 grand. Like, you know, that's just a horrible thing that you gotta do. I hate that he had to do it. Actually, he didn't have to do it, but he chose to take his son and fly to Hawaii so he could facilitate to make sure the contract went through. I found out he didn't do much at all. He said, I got there, he said I was gonna go to Walmart, I was gonna buy these orange cones so I can mark where to put the lights and all that stuff. He said, Wesley, I got out there, I just sat in my truck and watched them set it up. I didn't do anything. I said, I know. You don't have to go to Hawaii to facilitate the contract. You can do it from home. But it was his first one. He said, I'm gonna go anyway. So long story short, they get the lights set up, everything gets going. 30 days later, I want you guys to write this down. 30 days later is when he got paid from the government. Because some of you guys are probably like, wait a second, Wesley. So if he got paid 30 days later, how does that work with the subcontractor who set up the lights? Doesn't that sub want to be paid their 30 grand or whatever it was? For some reason, I see their price being 19, but don't quote me. Let's say it was 30. Doesn't that sub want to get paid their 30K to set the lights up? Well, of course they do. Well, I'm gonna let you guys in on a secret. We do a thing called net 30. Net 30 accounts. What does that mean? A net 30 account is simply saying, hey, listen, we have an agreement that you're gonna provide the service. You're gonna set the lights up. You're gonna provide whatever service I need you to do. And then 30 days later, I'm gonna pay you in full what you asked me for. And I know some of you guys are like, well, oh, so if I don't have the money to pay the subcontractor up front, I can get net 30. Yes, you can. And some of you guys are like, well, what if they say no? What if they say no to net 30? Let me ask you a question. If they said no, they'll probably do like half down, half on delivery, or half down, half at, whatever. You wouldn't be out the whole full 50K. But let me ask you a question. Even if you were out the whole 50K, and guys, I want you guys to put this in the comments below, right? I want you guys to actually write it down in the comments. If the government asks you, if the government awarded you a $50,000 contract in which you're gonna make 20 grand net profit in 30 days, would you figure it out? Put it in the comments, y'all. Put yes or no in the comments. That's the only ask I'm gonna ask for this video, so that way I know what this is. Yes or no, would you figure it out? Oh man, I gotta come up with 50 grand. I might have to go to the loan. I may have to go borrow the money. I may have to go ask 5 friends for 10 grand. I ain't got 5 friends for 10 grand. Okay. You might have to ask 50 friends for 1 grand, whatever you got to do. But would you figure out how to make the money? Because let me ask you guys a question. In what business are you getting a return, whatever that math is, put the math on the screen. What business are you getting a return on your investment or return on your money? I'm sorry, not investment. I mean, let me not get sued by the FTC or whoever's out there. This is not investing. This is not investing advice because this is not an investment. You actually have work to do. This is not, I want to be very clear. This is not money on money investing advice. No, it's not. But my question was, would you take the risk of giving 50K to a subcontractor in order to make 20 grand 31 days from now? Would you take that risk? Yes or no? Put it in the comments. If you would take that risk, then guess what? Government contracting, specifically the middleman style, is for you. If you would not take that risk, that's okay. If you put a no in the comments, that's okay. You know, the one thing I love to say about my program and what I'm learning is I love that people find out that government contracting is not for them. I want you guys to find that out before you get into it. That's why I do all this content on YouTube and TikTok and Instagram and everywhere you can find me. But I want you guys to understand that there's risk involved, right? This student of mine who's now left his full-time job, changed his family's life and directory, he took a risk. You know, going to Hawaii to facilitate this contract, he took a risk. And my thing for you guys if you're watching this video, I want to be totally transparent with you. Government contracting is all about taking risks. It's all about, I'll say this, I tell my students all the time, they know this, it's all about risk tolerance. What is your risk tolerance? And I will be completely upfront with you guys. In all business, there is risk. I don't care if you own a car wash. I don't care if you own a laundromat. I don't care if you do government contracting. In all business, there is risk. In government contracting, there may even be more risk. I don't know. I don't feel like it way, but maybe you feel like, oh, well, if I got to have a subcontractor do work in Hawaii and I live in New York, how do I know if the work got done? How do I know if everything's going through? How can I trust them? There's risk. There's risk in business. But I got good news for you guys. I got good news if you're interested. If you are interested, I have gone through the struggles, right? I have gone through the headaches. I have been awarded over $3.5 million in government contracts personally. By the way, my students have been awarded over $60 million. But I've personally been awarded over $3.5 million in government contracts. So I've made a lot of mistakes. So listen, if you're interested in coming on the journey with us and I can show you how to lower the risk and get the reward sooner, if you're interested in that, I invite you to find out about our next training, okay? You can find out about our next training at the links below. If you're also interested in just our mentorship program in general, you can go to www.thecontractingblueprint.com. Again, www.thecontractingblueprint.com. At that website, you can book a call with me and my team, and we can see if we're a good fit for you. So guys, with that being said, I'm gonna sign off here. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and please comment, like, subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys in the next one. All right, peace.